I do want to commend Asmongold's viewers. Clearly they get the point. Should YouTube be able to recoup money from fraudsters? Yes, in court with evidence, not just automatically granting the company even more immense power. And you can read more about it. Here's more examples. And here's more of stuff what I've just said. So I'm very glad that Asmongold's viewers are actually understanding what's happening. It's just sad that he is not. Hello everybody, so I've been watching videos from Moist Critical reacting to YouTube steals money from creators by Louis Rossmann, and I'm also watching a video by Asmongold. I've been watching his video and I want to react to some of his opinions because I think I have different points of views, different reasoning I suppose. So let me first explain. What's happening is YouTube is rolling out new terms of service. Under these terms of service there is one specific term or clause that says YouTube may withhold or adjust any partner earnings associated with a breach of terms. So to summarize it, YouTube may withhold or adjust your money, your earnings, if there is a breach of terms, including YouTube channel monetization policy. Number 2, they can charge back or offset such amounts against future partner earnings payable to you. They will notify you and all of this stuff. To summarize it, and it's pretty vaguely described here, but what this means is that they can withhold or adjust your partner earnings. Now notice how it says partner earnings. It doesn't say YouTube video earnings, it doesn't say shorts, it doesn't say super chat or donations or anything like that. Everything, all of those things are considered partner earnings. So they can, now one thing you have to understand, the terms change constantly. Every month, every few months, every year, terms change. What's the issue here? It's that they are applied retroactively. What does this mean? It means that if you made a video 5 years ago and then the terms get changed today, your video has to comply with terms that are of today. If it doesn't, it's removed or it's punished or whatever. But the issue is, you are not a psychic. 5 years ago, you made a video following the rules that were in place 5 years ago, and then 5 years passes, the new terms get applied, changed, invented, and guess what? Your video that's 5 years old doesn't comply with new terms anymore, so that's considered a breach of terms. And because of that, they can now withhold or adjust any partner earnings. You have to follow the vagueness of these words, how it's worded very carefully. Then they say including YouTube channel monetization policies. So including the what you earn from YouTube videos, but every partner earnings, everything. Then they tell you they can also charge back. I don't know what you think chargeback means, but long story short, chargeback simply means that they take away what they paid you. What's the issue here when it comes to this? Because I've been reading online that some people think that chargeback, well, that doesn't mean charging back per se, you know, as in real world how the chargebacks work. So a chargeback is a credit or a debit card charge that is forcibly reversed by an issuing bank. If you look for what bank does AdSense send from, if you ever received any money from Google, take a look at your paycheck. You're gonna see that it tells you that Google checks are issued by a Citibank. Have you ever seen that on your check? It says Citibank. What the hell is that? Or it might tell you that it's sent from AdSense or Google, something like that. But if you take a closer look, it's gonna tell you that it's sent from a Citibank. Specifically, let's take a look at where this bank is from, by the way. If you take a look, the Citibank is located in Ireland. But the thing is, Ireland is considered as a tax haven. Now, there is one thing that's known as a SWIFT transfer, or a SWIFT sort of a code thingy. Have you ever seen this? You can actually request this from your bank. You can tell them, give me SWIFT information, or give me SWIFT code, or give me SWIFT details for this particular transaction. What that means is they're gonna provide you with something like this. Now, what are these SWIFT message details that we are taking a look at right now? Just do know that these banks use different terms for this particular information. But what are we looking at here? In broad terms, if you want to know where your money is coming from exactly, how it traveled, What's the path that the money took? What happened to your money when it was going from the bank that's sending it to your bank account? What happened to it? You can actually take a look at this. You're gonna see that it tells you exactly who the sender is, the location, who's the receiver, and how the money actually... Look at all of this. You get all this extra information, all of these codes, all of this means something. So for example, if you want to know what Swift 57A is, you can type in Swift 57A, what is the field of 57A in Swift, and they're gonna tell you what it is. So I hope you can see how this is very useful information if you want to know what's happening with the money, where it's coming from. Really, if you want to go into real truth details. To give you a picture, instead of getting something like this, where it just tells you what's the sum and who might be sending it or the date, something like that, if you take a look at the Swift, you get way more information. So that's just some extra information I wanted to provide. But why am I mentioning the bank? It's specifically because of the chargeback term. What's happening is that this particular bank is sending you the money to your bank account. So they are giving you the money, they are paying you the money. That means that this particular bank can issue a chargeback. Now it also says they can offset such an amount against future earnings payable to you. If you do not have enough money in your bank account that they can charge back from, or if you've set your bank account in a such way that it cannot be charged back from, they can simply offset amounts against your future earnings payable to you that they are supposed to pay you. I am going to be summarizing Asmongold's comments to keep this video as short as possible, but I will leave a link to his video in the comments below so you can watch it in its entirety. First, he says he won't get pitchforks immediately because bad actors need to be punished. He wants to know the instances where this, particularly chargebacks and taking money from someone who is not committing fraud, could happen. In Louis Rossman's case, a meowing cat video got striked, which is an example of how bots are badly programmed, and now these same bots are in a command of who is charged back and who is not. But how can these bots be the judge, jury, and executioner when even in cat example mentioned earlier, they were not able to judge the video properly, nor investigate that Louis is clearly a good cat owner and cats are comfortable enough around him to jump in his lap willingly and even sleep next to him. Cats trust him, love him, and clearly indicate he is a good owner, but bot was not able to see this and striked his video. While Asmongold short-sightedly only focuses on fraud, let's not forget, chargebacks apply to all violations of rules, not just fraudulent views and botting, but every single guideline. Now, he also says advertisers should get their money back if it turns out views are fraudulent, and you, regular content creator, should pay the price. But of course, YouTube should too. And to this I say I disagree. YouTube already has a system in place that protects against fraudulent clicks and botting. Remember videos freezing at 301 views? Remember comments like, haha, 300 views and 2,000 likes? Another system, and this one should be particularly interesting to broad public, is, have you noticed your videos pausing for no reason? Advertisers and TV stations do not know if you are watching the advertisement, or if you walked away from the TV. Maybe you went to take a bathroom break. But YouTube found a solution. Two actually. First, no playing videos in the background of your phone unless you pay. And second, tracking frequency of users' inputs. That is, are you moving your mouse or typing on a keyboard? Is the YouTube tab in focus? Are you scrolling the page? Or are there no inputs at all? If no, video pauses automatically. We will talk about this in another video. But clearly, systems are in place. So I ask, why should I be punished if your systems fail? On another note, pointed by Asmongold's viewers, how can YouTube confirm you are indeed the one using the bots and buying fake views, and that you should be punished? What if it is someone you know, a secret admirer, or get this, someone who wants to abuse this system to get you punished? Just like there is potential for creator to get punished because someone left a bad comment, someone could also view bot, say, Asmongold's videos, and then Asmongold is punished. And who decides by what calculation and just how and even if, money should be taken. To some extent, Asmongold wants to give YouTube benefit of the doubt and believe they will act in good faith, but anyone who knows anything about YouTube knows that this is just fairy tale. Have we already forgot about false claims and false copyright strikes and YouTube doing nothing, even now? Allow me to spell it out for you. With a business of YouTube's magnitude, there is no good faith. You can only have faith that they will act for their own good and benefit. Every decision YouTube made in previous 10 years was to make them more money. Every single one. There is only law by which YouTube must abide. Hence the vagueness of their new terms. Notice how there is no YouTube will withhold a just chargeback or offset, but instead it's YouTube may either. However, there is YouTube will notify you. But again, take a look at this sentence. YouTube may either. See what I mean? Not only does this allow them to do all the things aforementioned in the eyes of law, but also appear that they might not do any of those things, making anyone believe in, it might not happen to me. They did say after all they might, so if I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I should be good, right? Right? No, son. In summary, thoroughly thought out and very carefully worded term to not get in trouble with the law, but also give false hope to content creators. You are at their mercy. He then goes to say that he doesn't think this is new, he thinks this was in terms of service before. Also compares YouTube's terms of service with games patch notes. Not a good idea to compare a game's patch notes with terms of service of a website. Patch notes don't require you to accept them or reject them. They are going to get implemented either way, and it's nothing you can sue a company over. Plus, patch notes, at least from my experience with League of Legends, highlight clearly what is new. With YouTube's terms of service, I have never seen this chargeback clause before. Nor have I ever seen a highlight note or icon to indicate what is new inside the terms of service itself. He does say that he is only concerned about YouTube punishing actual viewbotting channels, and that is ideal scenario, but what I'm concerned with is how much room YouTube has to abuse this. And Asmongold does say he wants to see the cases happen, but with any law that has potential for bad, you have to stop it in its tracks, while they are trying to get it passed and applied, because once the law is in effect, it's very difficult to undo it. You stop a car while it's going 5 miles an hour, not when it's going 150. And that ends my response to Asmongold's comments. Purpose of this video was to educate you and especially future content creators on how this company operates. They are not your friend. They cannot be trusted. Only thing you can trust in is that they will abide by the law. They have no good faith towards you. No company does. They are a business entity doing anything to improve income of their business. YouTube clearly does not care about content creators that made this platform so big in the first place. Nor is it a place for you, a regular Joe, to broadcast yourself anymore in good faith. But it's a place to farm your emotions, time, and above all, money. Use ad blockers when you encounter such predatory company. Think for yourself. Diversify your streams of revenue, and if you are a viewer who wants to support a creator, donate them $1. Just one. And by doing that, you did more for them than if you viewed and liked 100 of their videos. Find me on ytpriest.weebly.com as well as on Odyssey. See you next time.